Please like and subscribe if you like what you see. My name is Lala, and today we are making burrito bowls. So first you're going to get your steak and add your extra virgin olive oil. Make sure that you get it on both sides. Once you're done with that, go ahead and add in your lime juice, and I really don't measure, just add in as much as you would like. I really like to taste the lime. Then we're going to go ahead, put in our garlic, minced garlic, and it doesn't have to be fresh. After that, go ahead and add in your Taco Bell seasoning pack. This is going to be the base of our marinade. Once you're done with that, add the distilled white vinegar like I'm doing right here. And then baking soda will be added. And it's going to have a chemical reaction and start bubbling. That's what's supposed to happen, so don't get scared. Cornstarch will be added next, and cornstarch and baking soda are tenderizers for the meat. That's why we're adding it to this dish. And so once you're done with that, go ahead and massage all of your ingredients onto the meat. Get all of those seasonings on there, wrap it in foil, and let it marinate overnight. Then the next day, once you're ready for dinner, go ahead and start cutting up your meat. What I like to do with my meat, I like to cut it up small enough. I kind of start it out in a strip type cut, and then I might cut it into smaller pieces after that. You just don't want your pieces to be too big, and you don't want them to be too small because they will shrink while they cook. So then go ahead and add your cut up meat back to your bowl to get all of that flavor and marinade from out of the bowl and onto your meat. Once you're done, moving your meat around in the bowl, go ahead and start sauteing it up in a hot pan. All I'm doing here is making sure that each piece isn't piled on top of one another and that they're laid out in the pan really nicely. You don't want your meat to be piled up on top of each other because it's not going to cook really well, and you're going to want to go ahead and cook it on medium high. Next, you're going to be cutting your tomato while your steak is cooking. So the way that I cut my tomato, this is how I like to cut my tomato because it allows me to get a nice dice on it and keep it pretty uniform, because what we're going to be doing with the tomato is making Pico de Gallo. So the next thing that you are going to see me doing once I'm done with cutting up the tomato, go ahead and start cutting up your onion and your cilantro. You are going to combine your onion, your tomato, and your cilantro, and you are going to turn it into a Pico de Gallo by placing lime into it as well. And like I said, don't do too much lime, but do just enough, because maybe I'll say about 2 tablespoons of lime. And don't worry, the recipe will be down below. Okay, so you'll have that recipe for you. So now that we're done with our tomatoes, I didn't think it was going to take me that long to cut up those tomatoes. Now we're going ahead and we're going to start working on those onions like I told you. And so right now you're just seeing me cut up those onions in the same diced up manner. Like I said before, you want it to be pretty uniform when you're making Pico de Gallo. And look at that. That looked good. So my black beans, that was made with cilantro, a little bit of lime, and garlic. And like I said, recipe will be down below. As you're assembling your bowl, you want to first start with your cilantro rice. Then you're going to add your black beans, your meat. You'll start piling on your lettuce. You'll start putting on your tomatoes, your Pico de Gallo mixture that you made. That's fresh and delicious. Then you can go ahead and cheese it up. Get real festive and fun. I love me some cheese. You can't get enough. Then I'd like to add sour cream, guacamole, and if you're not too scared, go ahead and add in that jalapeno. As you see me here, I'm just putting the nachos around the bowl, the tortilla chips, and you don't have to do this. You can just do your tortilla chips on the side, but I kind of wanted to do a little fancy because this was my husband's bowl and he loves it when I come in the room with his food and he's like, oh my goodness, that looks so good, because we eat with our eyes. So I hope you enjoy.